Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Oh, I just speech jammed myself. Welcome back to IEC round 2 here at Homestead. Kirk the Wolf showed me some love in last place, so I will give everybody some love here. Man, we had a fun race last week at Daytona with Who's Easy, the IEC owner, getting his first win, breaking his second place 8 race streak there at Daytona. Man, we're gonna get some fun racing here today. 140 something, excuse me, 143 laps here, or sorry, 140 laps here at Homestead. It is a bright and sunny day, typical with some Florida weather, I should say. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at some of the event info. 4 p.m. partly cloudy. There is some extra laps, of course, for some green, white, checkered action going on. But, oh, it's going to be a doozy today. Let's take a look at our point standings real quick. Where is it? Who's Easy taking the win at Daytona, followed by Indiel Drewski, That Druss, Exotic Forza, Sam 51 Racing for your top 5 last week. Whalestorm, EVR Rewar, King Cameron 1607, D&T Duncan, and VER Dwarf rounding out the top 10. Followed by Blue Streak, Who's Trash Can, Toaster Lord, Indiel Light, Razor, Orion, Nas, EVR Senna, Z28 Racer, Boiled Bird, T-Fin 55, and the Warwolf. Following some of the action from last week, we did watch Boiled Bird go for quite a ride last week through the Daytona Tri-Oval. Missed the pit lane by the looks of it, and then went on a little bit of a flyer. Yeah, we're going to see some close racing here. Homestead is more of an intermediate oval. Ooh, let me mute the drivers in here. Yeah, Homestead's more of an intermediate oval. It is a 1.5 miles, so we're going to see some close racing. While there's less room on the track, there is a lot of room for errors and a lot of room for passing opportunities as well. They will be using 1.5x tire wear. Also, if you're wondering what this thing is in the corner of my screen, that is my microphone. My mic stand decided to fall, so I had to reposition it, and I kind of like where it's sitting right now. We are Def, thanks for the follow, man. I just saw that over in the corner of my mini feed. Love to see everybody show the channel some love. Let's see what our starting position is going to be, or our starting grid rather. See if I can find it. Actually, let's go ahead and pull up the cup points. Looks like it is a pretty close race between That Druss and Indiel Drewski. Only a point between everybody. EVR Rewar also joining that battle for second, third, and fourth in the points. Literally 2 points between those 3 positions, followed by a Whalestorm and King Cameron. Let's see who we got in the chat. Still have Kirk Kirk the Wolf and Boiled Bird 88 with the the first comment of the stream. But let me make sure, actually, ready up. We're gonna be getting going here momentarily. 1 second. Alrighty. Just waiting on a couple more drivers to go ahead and ready up. We're gonna have 3 laps of pace to go ahead and see how everyone's doing. EVR Def saying good luck, y'all. Yep, it's boy, it's gonna be a fun race. If Daytona was anything to show for just how close this field is and how comfortable they are driving around each other, we're definitely going to see a lot of battles. Number 1 for the lead and number 2 in the mid pack as well, as we get some green flag pit stops going as everybody goes ahead and shuffles around on track. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of good battles. I got 8 people tuned in already. My goodness. Everybody is ready to see this, this Homestead battle here. Should be ready to rock and roll now. Everybody's readied up, and away we go to the grid. Let's go ahead and get this. Actually, we'll go ahead and keep it up for right now. Alright, so who qualified first? Let's take a look. As I mentioned before, this is a full lobby, full 23 drivers, of course, plus myself. So it should be, it should be fun. I actually check to see who got pole position in race 2. Looks like Boiled Bird got pole position in race 2. Okay. Boiled Bird on an absolute flyer. Just wait on. Okay, I think we're gonna order the grid on the racetrack. So let's go ahead and shuffle over. It'll be busy for sure. Yes, yes, it will. So we're getting loaded up here. Hopefully we do not lose. Actually, I think this will be the starting order. Let's see. So we have Who's Easy. Let's go ahead and get game cameras here. Come on. Uh-oh. Alrighty. So we got Who's Easy out here in the number 8 Morgan, and Morgan. That is a terrifying face on the hood of that car. The number 8 Chevrolet, I believe, sitting in pole position with AMS Razor here in the number 24 Hooters Chevrolet. EVR Reward here in the number 21 Coca-Cola Ford. Toaster Lord. No, I skipped over Illusion. I'm sorry. Illusion in the number 65 Office Depot Toyota Camry. Followed by Toaster Lord in the number 19 Division Oil Ford Mustang. Boss Racer Pro in the number 84 Carvana Toyota. Andy Drewski in the number 97 Wawa Chevrolet. Did I get Blue Streak? I did not. Blue Streak and the number 98 Jack Daniels Ford. Whalestorm and the number 11 Haven Hill Property Management Toyota Camry. Don't want to forget about VER Dwarf here in the number 62 GoPro Chevrolet. Got Whalestorm, EVR Chris in the number 17 AC Delco Chevrolet, King Cameron in the number 26 Coca-Cola Chevrolet, that Druss in the number 57 Bass Pro Shops Club Toyota, Exotic Forza in the Mountain Dew number 77 Chevrolet, NWR Zeno here in the Castrol number 6 Ford. We got Exotic Forza, DMS Cherry here in the number 1 Mobile Oil, the number 9 Mobile 1 Oil Chevrolet. C28 Racer in the Go Navy, let's go baby, in the number 4 Chevrolet. Waterfur in the 78, I believe this is a Camaro, or a Toyota rather. Who's Trash Can here in the number 51 Arby's. Boiled Bird in the 56 Intel, and the Warwolf rounding out the rest of the track as we're going to get on board with the race start as we are underway here with the round 2 here at Homestead. And boy oh boy, is it going to be a busy race. We have a lot of cars to look at, a lot of action to cover. As we see Rewar and Who's Easy already hooking up there on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get something going, almost going 3 wide there. Rewar taking a bit of a wider line on the inside. We see Razor there with a fantastic run and some action here at the back of the pack. A couple of cars got loose. Looks like the Warwolf kind of backing out of that. Whalestorm getting some action as well. Razor leading the race right in front of Who's Easy, the Daytona race winner here. So it looks like some of the cars at the back of the pack are kind of dropping back here. Razor and Who's Easy running to the line here. Single file, some action. Here 11th with VR Dwarf running that super inside line, trying to pick up some positions here, starting in the 10th position. Almost 3 wide there, keeping it nice and clean at the bottom. Definitely packed here at the middle of the pack as they go 3 wide through turn 3. Looks like there's a car stopped. I believe that is Whalestorm stopped there at the bottom. That is unfortunate for Whalestorm as they continue to run 3 wide. Dwarf kind of shuffling up to the inside. Let's check back in on our leaders as we are slowing down by the looks of it here, as we'll have our first caution here on lap 6. Whalestorm has left the group. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but that will bring out a caution. So we will go single file. Razor will get... Looks like everybody will go into the pits. I believe Drewski, Illusion, that Druss, Boss Racer, Exotic Forza, Walshy, Waterfur, and the Warwolf all deciding to stay out on track. So that will go ahead and shuffle the deck of the drivers here, as we're going to go and take a look at the Tim Hortons number 83 on the Warwolf. Didn't get to give him any love prior to the race start, along with Waterfur and the number 78 Amazon Camry by the looks of it. We'll go to a quick intermission as well. Go and get this camera up. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of action here. Mainly some 2 wide racing. Might see some 3 wide action as well, but for the most part it'll be 2 wide. I think the advantage goes to the high line, but I could be wrong on that. Definitely get to carry a bit more speed through the exit of turns 2 and 4, as I believe we're going to go back to green flag racing here. So we make sure the stream is good to go, and we're actually in 1440p. Yes, we are. Alrighty, and now with Drewski leading the pack, we will get this race back underway. So we have a Drewski or an NDL 1-2 on the front row. Drewski with a fantastic run. So we only have 2 point of interest cameras here. Neither of them are of any interest to us here in the broadcasting booth, as they continue to run too wide all the way down to the back of the pack. Let's check on. Wow, somebody's going 3 wide, making a pretty sizable run there. That I believe was Orion 7880 and the Dynaco number 42. I'm going to check back up on our leaders, of course, as they continue that 2 wide run, as I mentioned prior to. Looks like they might try and force that 3 and 4 wide through the exit of 4. And there's a crash here at the back. That's King Cameron caught up in it. Looks like the Warwolf as well, and potentially who's Trash Can. So we're going to go and get a damage check on these cars. And somebody's decided to not leave just yet, but they're continuing to fight for the lead here, racing to the line. So I was trying to do a damage check here, and AMS Razor flying all the way back up, getting squirrely. And I believe AMS Razor got to the line first, so he will shuffle in front of that Druss. But I could be wrong here, as the pack already shuffling again, as we saw NDL Illusion and Drewski starting on that front row. That unfortunate wreck by King Cameron, of course, he is coming all the way back up to the leaders. One thing you do have to watch out for is right where the camera is now, there is something weird with the physics in game, where if you continuously ride that wall, your car is gonna stop, right? And especially with everyone running wide open as they have been, that's gonna cause some craziness to happen, as I'm sure everybody is aware of. And we see Drewski, Walshy, Boss Racer Pro, King Cameron, and who's Trash Can jumping into pit lane here, lap 12. Second caution of the night, or I should say of the day. Is that Druss will lead us to the green flag, and it looks like he is picking the inside line as they go ahead and shuffle around, get too wide. We're going to get back to our live camera. Who's Easy, as mentioned before, your Daytona 500 last round winner. The only race that he was unable to get a win at, finally clinched that win after many years, at least from talking to him post-race last weekend. Finally getting a phenomenal run here. The grid is fully shuffled up, and we are going to go green flag here. Let's try and use this point of interest camera and get this restart rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen, and away we go. Here comes the grid yet again. Man, they're 4 wide at the back of the pack already. What in the world is going on here? And there's more carnage as the Warwolf goes for a little bit of a ride. My goodness. 4 wide on the restart immediately is pretty insane. You just see how aggressive these competitors are going at it. I would say a little too aggressive here. Did you see that outside line led by AMS Razor is starting to get some traction? As they're running. Uh-oh, there's another car stopped by the looks of it. That's who's trash can, who is sideways and backwards at the start of turn 2. I think NDL Drewski might have got into him just a little bit, as I think we will be under caution again. Yes, we are. They're letting out of it. Yep, that'll bring yet another caution out. Lap 15. 3 cautions already, and there's again, people are driving, I think, a bit too aggressive, at least in the backfield, to go ahead and get into the mid pack to at least get into a better points position. Maybe tempers are flying, I'm not exactly sure, but I can tell you some of these guys need to pipe it down just a little bit, get some laps going, at least get into the middle of the race before we start racing all crazy. So we see again half the field: Exotic Forza, Waterford, Bass Pro, Drewski in the pits. I think who's trash can is also gonna hop into pit lane as well, as Razor is. One second, I'm picking up NDL Light, as there's a meme storm in the chat. Let me drop the So hopefully we'll have India Light join us here momentarily in at least the chat, as might have a delayed caution or a delayed start here, as Who's Trash Can is struggling to get back into the pack. Your front row again is going to be AMS Razor, Who's Easy, That Druss, EVR Reward, Blue Streak, Illusion. Calm yourselves and settle in, boys. It's not a short race. Yes, that is 110% true. Especially with you running the possibility of terminaling your car 17 laps in, which is what I think happened to Whalestorm. You get 100% engine damage, that's your race, right? So you don't want to race too aggressive at the start, especially when you have a monstrous amount of cars to go ahead and fight through. But we're gonna get back to the live camera here and get back at it. Man, oh man, it has been a heck of a race so far. One car DNF so far, lap 17. Looks like Razor has chosen the top, putting Who's Easy there on the bottom. Who's Easy, of course, is going to get, I would say, a pretty tremendous, as I try to say 2 words at the same time, a pretty tremendous run here at the start, as we are now underway. Razor getting a beautiful run there. No room for Who's Easy to jump up to the top line just yet, as we see our top 3. Whoa, my goodness, Who's Easy jumping all the way to the top. Probably scaring Reward there a little bit, as he is forced to go to the bottom. So we're going to watch this back pack. There's 3 wide back here. That is nightmare fuel here. Bunch of cars bunched up. Hopefully they can keep it clean. It doesn't look like it. They are driving crazy here in the back. Unfortunately, Drewski's caught all in the midst of this. Drewski's starting pretty far up in the grid, as they are all over the place in front of him. Pretty aggressive driving here in the back of the pack. However, all is fair in love and war up here in the front of this pack. A couple cars trying to get some. That's Orion 7880 there, and the 42 Dynaco Mobile getting a pretty tremendous run there out of turn 4. As we're going to keep our eyes back here, Z28 Racers decided to have enough of this race and back out, which is unfortunate for him. He was doing pretty well. There's a lot of time left in the race. As you see, the leaders are all single file here. Orion's still trying to get that inside line to work. He's picked up a couple of positions because of that, taking VER Dwarf with him as man, oh man, they are running super close to each other. The difference, of course, yeah, you can see the speed difference that Orion has on the exit of turn 4 in comparison to the other cars. So whatever he's doing is at least working so far. Let's check on this second pack of cars led by, I believe, EVR Chris 17, as the leaders just continue to run off from them. And a lot of these cars who are left out of the draft, somebody's going for a wild run, and I think Drewski caught a bit of that Forza wall, unfortunately, as you see him dropping all the way down to 20th after trying to get an outside run on these cars here, King Cameron and Toaster Lord. My goodness, there's a lot of aggressive blocking going on in the back, which, yeah, is costing them, as you see, a lot of time here, as the top 9 have all kind of run off from the rest of the field, as Orion picking up another position here. Drewski down 12 points. VR Dwarf gonna have a run on the inside here. Let's see how he manages this. Keeping it tight to the... Ooh, a little bit of contact there, but Orion will be able to keep it off of the wall there. That type of stuff unfortunately happens. Let me turn down my gain just a little bit, as I think my microphone is clipping. A little bit of contact there between Dwarf and Orion 7880 there, but I don't think Orion 7880 is going to have much of an issue catching back up to the grid and continuing his run that we've seen today. Your top 5 doesn't look like it's changed a bit too much here, as Razor continues to lead us into lap 26, followed by Who's Easy, Rewar, That Druss, and Blue Streak for your top 5. So you see the pack starting to drop off just a little bit. NWR Zeno there, VR Dwarf, and it looks like Orion is making that inside rush through the exit of turn 4 into the entry of turn 1 here. That seems to have gotten him a lot of positions as he gets back in front of VR Dwarf. You see that secondary pack there starting to bunch up just a little bit. Dwarf's running a bit close to that outside wall. Let's check back in on the back of the pack here. The Werewolf kind of running off on his own back here. Drewski dropping all the way down to 20th because of a Forza wall incident. Boiled Bird running nicely in 19th, has a little drafting partner with Who's a Trash Can. Just kidding, as he goes and sails by him on the inside, trying to make up some positions. EVR Walshy running in 17th. Oh no, there's a car off in the inside as Toaster Lord, oh my goodness, King Cameron gets sent, and there's a massive crash at the exit of turn 2. Oh my goodness, somebody got absolutely launched. I don't think it was Bass Pro Racer, but somebody went for a wild ride there, and that will bring out the third caution of the race on lap 30. AMS Razor continuing this run as we see Exotic Forza, Toaster Lord, or see if any of these guys are terminal damage. Nope. See if we can catch this damage right before. His engine is good, so he is still in the run. So he goes ahead and gets everything fixed up, and he's back out and ready to rock and roll here. Unfortunate ride for Toaster Lord as he gets sent. So hopefully they can get out of pit lane before the pack comes through, and he will narrowly get out of the pits on the lead lap. So Toaster Lord will be at the back of the grid, still on the lead lap. There's an issue with NWR Zeno by the looks of it. But AMS Razor is your current race leader, followed by Who's Easy, Reward, That Druss, Blue Streak, Illusion, King Cameron, Dwarf, Orion for your top 10. So I'm not sure what Zeno's doing. So he's going to go ahead and wait up for the grid, I believe. Okay, so he's stopped on track. I thought my game had completely freaked out there. Uh-oh. Who's Trash Can? I saw in the stream preview, looked to have hit somebody while he was weaving, and there we go. We have some more cars going into pit lane. So let's get out of that. Zeno, Orion, Waterfur, Drewski, Who's Trash Can all going into the pits as well. As we're going to go ahead and get the grid doubled up here. It looks like Razor's choosing that outside line again. It's given him a lot of good fortune along with the rest of the field. The only outlier from that, of course, is Orion 7880. Who has found, as I've said many times already, has found that the inside line for turn 4 gives you quite a bit of speed in comparison to the rest of the field. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and double up here, get ready to rock and roll again. 2 cars already out of the race. We are down to 21. Best viewers, get this guy out of here. Get out of here. Alright, we are back underway here. Lap 33 with AMS Razor, your, was your race leader. Looks like Who's Easy got a pretty good jump, and it has a lot of help there on the inside from Rewar and Blue Streak. Here comes King Cameron making it 3 wide into turn 3 with a pretty nice run. We'll pick up quite a few positions. DMS Cherry trying to get some of that inside love as well. They're 3 wide for the lead going into turn number 1. Everybody running nice and clean. It would be nice to see a lot of 3 wide pack. Oh my goodness, as Who's Easy jumps all the way up to the outside wall, trying to cut off AMS Razor, who at least has to run through turn 3, but then Now we're going to see the speed difference between the inside and outside line, as Who's Easy will barely take the win, or take the lead from AMS Razor. Let me refresh my memory on the, oh my goodness, on the stages here as they continue to battle it out. Rewar. See, that's what I was talking about. That is exactly what I was talking about with the Forza wall, is Rewar absolutely gets destroyed by that unfortunate oh man, I absolutely hate that. Looks like Dwarf was collected in that as well. I just mentioned that, and I said if you hit that wall, it's gonna slow you down and it's gonna ruin your race. And it looks like it collected quite a few cars as well, as somebody's left. That Druss has left the group. That's interesting. That's a wild DNF, as I think this is going to this is gonna bring out a caution, and of course stage 1, as I think Who's Easy is going to get that stage win, continuing his dominant performance from Daytona, starting out strong. Absolutely heartbreaking. I think a DNF from that Druss. Let me double check. Let me check in the chat for you, viewers. But that Druss was, let's see, he is currently running second in points. So that will cost him quite a bit of positions, as he was, of course, a point ahead of Drewski and Rewar. Drewski is running, as everyone is jumping into pit lane, with the exception of Exotic Forza, Drewski, and Zeno. And checking in with that Drews, he had a full-blown black screen, unfortunately, and that will cost him the race. Let's check these tires for these gentlemen that decided to not pit. They're doing okay on tires. Drewski is doing fantastic as well, along with Zeno. Bit of transmission damage, but nothing crazy, nothing to really worry about right now, as stage 1 is in the books, with Who's Easy getting that stage victory. I'm not sure who this is running up the inside. That is King Cameron trying to shuffle his way in somewhere, and we'll have to go to the back of the grid by the looks of it. Nope, he's shuffled into 7th. So your top 10 for the start of stage 2 will be Exotic Forza, Drewski, Zeno, Who's Easy, Blue Streak, Razor, King Cameron, DMS Cherry, Walshy, and Boss Racer Pro. Almost said Bass Pro Racer. So started lap 39, and away we go. Drewski with a fantastic run on Exotic Forza, as we are now underway here for stage 2. Stage 2 will run up until the start of lap 73. So Drewski and Forza and everybody shuffling around here, as it is a tight pack. See Drewski kind of running off to the outside line. Got to be real careful of that wall there, as Zeno and Who's Easy will get that outside run. Drewski still, oh, somebody's in the wall there. I think it was whose trash can that was stuck in the wall. So we're now 40 laps down into, my goodness, Warwolf having some car control problems here. As we're going to run to the line. Still green flag. AMS Razor with a run to the inside and will potentially take the lead from Exotic Forza, who doesn't have any help there on the outside. Xeno trying to get a bit of a pull from Razor here. We're going to look at this battle for 5th here as they are 3 wide. Coming off the turn 4 exit. They're 4 wide as DMS Cherry gets a wild run on the inside there. Bunch of cars in the wall. Still keeping it clean right now. A lot of shuffling around. We're going to check up on our leaders here as Razor and Exotic Forza continue to run off. Oh, somebody's also... Looks like EVR Chris and Rewar might have gotten into a bit of a crash as well by the looks of it. No damage. But EVR Chris might have caught the Forza wall, I think, but everyone was able to get out of the way there. So we're going to check back up on our leaders here if that brings out a caution or not. As we will see... I don't believe it will. There's still green flag here. 44 laps, or 43 laps in the books. DMS Cherry trying to get the run on the inside. We see King Cameron. They're about to force the race leaders 3 wide. Decides at the last second against it as they are running 2 by 2 by 1 there. I think that's Waterford bringing up the end of that pack. Yes, it is. King Cameron trying to force his way to the inside, going 3 wide, which will force DMS Cherry all the way up to the top of the wall there. But it looks like he's got some help behind him to go ahead and recover some of those positions. Razor and Xeno still running side by side here. As King Cameron makes an interesting move there to the inside on turn 1 to get himself up into turn 3. This is what I was mentioning before. This is an intermediate track. You can race people a little harder, but don't be surprised when people start racing you like you've been racing them for the last 40 laps. Especially tracks like Eagle Rock where you have to race aggressively. There's no way around it. You have to balance how aggressive you're racing on top of, keeping friends on track as well. As you see Waterford diving to the inside, making it stick a little better than King Cameron did. King Cameron will lose a couple of positions as they are now 4 wide for the lead into turn 3. Everyone shuffles out. They want no part of that as DMS Cherry will take the race lead here. The only car to not pull out of that 4 wide mess that was about to happen. Xeno has something to say about that and will sail through the inside. AMS Razor tucking in behind DMS Cherry. King Cameron right behind him. Exotic Forza and EVR Walshy running 2 wide behind the leaders as they continue to fight it out. Razor getting a bit of a interesting exit out of turn 4, but he will stay tucked in right behind DMS Cherry here as he will clock in a lap lead here at Homestead. Somebody is all the way down to the inside there. Let me check. Of course, it's not going to give me the name. That looked to be Exotic Forza there. And it looks like Cherry narrowly avoiding the Forza wall thing there. Running all the way up to the inside, or the outside rather. And we'll lose 5, maybe 6 positions. Yes, we'll be 6 positions here. As the race lead will go back to AMS Razor. Exotic Forza not letting them run off with it, along with Xeno, Waterford, Walshy, and King Cameron. Sorry, not King Cameron. as he continues to fight off the rest of the field here. DMS Cherry trying to get back up into that race lead, as they are bunched up back here for 9th and 10th. So we're going to keep an eye on this pack here. VR Dwarf back into 11th, running that inside line as we see on the right side to the middle of the screen now. We'll get a run by Orion 7880 here, but we'll have nowhere to go, unfortunately. So they're running door to door here. I believe that is Blue Streak right behind him, as we see this secondary pack start to get grips onto the car and the racers around them. As somebody's gotten into him. That's Toaster Lord. A lot of shuffling for position. That was terrifying. So they're now getting a full head of steam as they shuffle around into their lines. A lot of blocking going on from Toaster Lord. Is he really... I'm sorry, that was DMS Cherry there on the inside leading this secondary pack. It's basically saying, look... Oh, no! Somebody got turned. King Cameron. My goodness. That was a terrifying turn of events for King Cameron, getting sideways out of the exit of turn 2. Believe that was Toaster Lord getting into him. Not exactly sure what happened, but what a save from King Cameron there. Or, yeah, King Cameron, sorry. We're going to check back on our leaders here. So they're running all within 100th of a second to about 2/10. AMS Razor still working that outside line with a diabolical run on Zeno, as that advantage will shuffle back into NWR Zeno's favor to the inside, but it doesn't look like it coming out of turn 2. Razor with a nice bump, I believe, from Exotic Forza to go ahead and get around him. This front pack, of course, is a lot calmer than the other pack here, led by DMS Cherry, who is desperately trying to herd these guys into maybe a 2x2 run, as it looks like Boss Racer Pro will look to the inside now. Not as organized as this front pack, as they're trying to find what lines work best for them. All the cars, of course, wanted that outside line. We saw VR Dwarf and Who's Easy there, drafting for 12th and 13th, as we continue some green flag racing. Uh-oh, somebody's left. That was a disconnection. Whose trash can has left? And now we are down to 19 racers. Dwarf with a look to the inside, decides against it, seeing all these cars here and watching just how they've been shuffling this entire race. I wouldn't necessarily... Oh, somebody sideways. There's a wreck on turn 4. That is 7880 getting really sideways in a beautiful save. Not a wreck, will not bring out a caution, but my goodness, that was a 10.0 on the pucker factor scale, as Dwarf will sail into 9th place, getting around that mess of cars. Blue Streak running rather quickly around DMS Cherry and Boss Racer Pro, so I'm not sure if that's going to bring out a caution or not. They're still racing. Still green flag as Blue Streak sails by DMS Cherry. Now DMS Cherry trying to get a draft from him to go ahead. Oh, there are cars in the wall. India Illusion all the way across. My goodness, something has happened with these cars. With Orion. I don't know what's happened, but it looked like Who's Easy... Who's Easy and Orion had sailed by them as well. A lot of close racing, as we are now on board with VR Dwarf, just all over the track. Your race leader right now being AMS Razor, Waterford in second, Exotic Forza third, Exotic Forza in third, Xeno in fourth, Walshy in fifth. This top five running single file just to run down these laps while the rest of the field is racing like it is the last lap. We're not even halfway through this race right now, and cars are all over the track making insane moves. Oh, somebody's running up on the wall. Hopefully he doesn't get Forza walled, and he does not. Somebody seemed to have lost quite a bit of steam there, as DMS Cherry will now shuffle into the top five with Blue Streak running that outside. Somebody seemed to have dropped out of this top five. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Xeno. Xeno's in the pits. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, his tires just completely dropped off. So that explains why Xeno dropped out of the top five so quickly. Going for a green flag pit stop. We're going to go ahead and check our tire wear here on our leaders. Of course, that right front is just going to get beat to shreds, with Waterford right on his backside here also hurting for tire wear as well. EVR Walshy in the same position. I think everybody is going to be considering, oh, somebody's way off the track. Okay, that's just somebody coming out of pit lane. I believe that was Xeno, who is a lap down now. We have about 8 laps left in the stage. I believe Razor's trying to make these tires last another 8 laps, but I don't think he has it left in the tank. He might. It's Waterford also in the same position. Walshy right behind them, which this is a good position to be in, at least for the mid-pack. You have a lot of cars to draft off of, a lot of speed to gain on the straightaways to go ahead and close the gap to your leaders. A bit of a battle here between King Cameron and NDL Illusion. Illusion making it stick on the inside, and will get the pass done with no issues, as this 1-2 pack here continues to lead the race now on to lap 65 plus 2. Who's easy with an insane run as well. I just want to mention as well, VER Dwarf is up into 7th, trying to get that top line to stick. Let's go ahead and check his tire, where he is on 65%, with less than 15% fuel in the gas tank. We're going to go ahead and see who's going to go ahead and make their pit stops. I think they're going to try and make it work. Waterford diving to the inside on Razor. Hopefully they don't get glued together. Waterford still holding that inside on Razor. We're going to see who decides to pit here. None of them deciding to pit just yet. Exotic Forza deciding to go ahead and pit, as there are a couple laps left in the stage. 8.2%. They are cutting it really close. Both of these drivers gunning for that stage victory. I just wanted to make sure there was nobody off into the wall there. Razor continuing to hold off Waterford. This is definitely a battle of tire wear here. We're going to check on this mid-pack, I believe. As we continue to have some green flag racing here after 3 cautions, I believe. Still running there. You can see the difference in tire wear, as, my goodness, Exotic Forza comes flying up the track with those fresh tires. making quick work of the rest of the field to try and get up onto the lead lap. There's some trouble there. Looks like he narrowly escaped that. These cars have to be running on absolute fumes. 4%. Sorry, let's just take a look at that tire wear again. Moderate tire wear for AMS Razor, really trying to get to the end of the stage to then go ahead and pull the clutch and limp the car into the pits. Waterford also not wanting to back out. Who's easy back into third place. We're going to check his tire wear as well. He's doing better for wear, as he is quickly going to make waves through the rest of the field. Walshy right behind him. As who is this making a run? That is Orion 7880 trying to unlap himself before... Let's see, start of lap 73 is stage 2, and I think Razor will get the stage victory, as they will narrowly, with 2% fuel left in the car, get the stage victory on Waterford. My goodness, what a show by these two. I surely thought that they were going to run out of fuel. Obviously, they're going to be hopping into pit lane as we go ahead and get the stage results here. Wow. These cars, I believe... Oh, somebody slammed on the brakes. Who is this? Drewski gonna throw it in reverse. Can't quite get your lap back just yet. So he's gonna go back. And now everybody is going to shuffle back in, obviously make their way into pit road. My goodness, what a run by Razor there to get the stage 2 victory. As everybody will be going into pit lane. Except for Orion. Oh, Orion hasn't yet got there. I believe everyone is going to hop into pit lane. They're not. So I think the cars that are a lap down are going to go ahead and get theirs back. I'm not sure what Orion's doing. Orion's just kind of taking a break here at the start finish line. That's interesting. Interesting choice for him to not continue going. As the rest of the grid here is yeah, I'm not exactly sure what is going on. Okay. I am just as confused as the viewers are. He is in 15th. I don't know what he's doing. Is he good on fuel and tire? He's not good on fuel. Oh, he got some engine damage from that. That's not good. He's gonna have to go into the pits at some point. Let's make sure these guys aren't doubled up. They are not. I think he was waiting on the lapped cars to go ahead and come around. There they go. Super hot. Yep, there he goes. He's into the pits now. I think Drewski's gonna hop into pit lane. Yes, he will, along with Warwolf. Warwolf is not going to hop into the pits. I think he's already jumped in, along with Zeno. Yes. So I think it was just to maintain track position. We can go to the intermission camera real quick. Yeah, that was confusing, at least from, who was it, Orion, as the field's going to go ahead and double up. Razor opting for that outside line again. We're on lap 75, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and check the Discord chat for anything that is going on. Apologies about the lagging. Internet isn't normally like that. Okay, so Z28 is backed out due to an internet issue. As we're now doubled up for the final stage of the race. This will take us all the way to the checkered flag. We've had 2 cautions, I believe. But let's get back on board with this. As Razor will take us to the green flag, the start of the final stage on the outside, followed by Waterford. Who's easy there with a strong showing on 3rd place, followed by DMS Cherry and Walshy there on the outside. A lot of shuffling the back of the grid on the restart. A lot of aggressive movements as well. So we're going to watch the pack come through into turn 3. Let's move this camera out just a couple cars. As Razor and Who's Easy, followed by DMS Cherry for your top 3. Fantastic showing again by Who's Easy. Very consistent driver here. So there's a bit of problems here in the King Camry making that inside line work. A lot of cars bunched up. Here at the backfield, we're going to keep an eye on this. I'm gonna go and turn this track map off. Go ahead and free up some of the screen real estate. As continue for some green flag racing. AMS Razor, Who's Easy, DMS Cherry, they're looking to go on the inside. We're gonna check up on our leaders here. So they continue to run a smooth, cool, calm, and collected race here up at the front. While it is an absolute knife fight at the back of the pack, as they're 3 wide by the looks of it into turn 1. Orion with a nice showing. The Werewolf there, unfortunately, in pit lane again. No, I don't want to go to the pre-race menu. My lord, they continue to fight it out. Oh no, there's a car in the wall. He did not get Forza walled by the looks of it. That car is... oh my god! The Werewolf! Holy crap! He took out the majority of the field. Zeno and Orion getting the worst of that. The Werewolf is left. What the heck was that? I'm gonna have to rewind my stream to find what was that? Werewolf was just stopped in the track. I don't think I'm able to rewind the stream. No, I'm not. Oh my goodness, what in the world was that? Boilbird is left. Trash can's left. I don't know what that was. If somebody managed to clip that, please. Here, let me just back this up and take a look. I don't know what happened. Oh, he came out of pit lane and absolutely annihilated the back of the field. What in the heck? Yeah, he came out of pit lane and just obliterated half the field. trying to back out of the race. Don't know why that happened either. Yeah, that, I don't know, dude. It's, oh, wonder if he DC'd in the pits. I don't know. His car was, trying to back out of the race. Yeah, that was, oh my goodness. Yeah, I do have the clip. That was caution number 3. Sorry, that is completely taken me off of my game plan here as, wow. Alright, so Illusion will take us to the green flag, followed by Boss Racer Pro, Rewar, Chris 17, Who's Easy for your top 5. Sorry, Chris 17 for your top 5. Yeah, I'm definitely going to save that clip, because that, not only did it jump scare me as the, broadcaster. Oh, somebody's in the wall there. That is EVR Walshy, unfortunately taking a bit of a wall ride, and Who's Easy will take the race lead. Yeah, I'm unfortunately going to drop, I don't want to say unfortunately, it was a wild clip. That is going to be in the race chat. It's posted now, but I'm going to get back into, the race here. Who's Easy, Illusion, Rewar, AMS Razor, Blue Streak is your top 5. VR Dwarf back into the top 6, followed by Chris 17, Toaster Lord, and Exotic Forza. As yeah, that unfortunately cost 2 cars the race, as Boiled Bird and Orion 7880, 2 cars that were doing pretty well, are also now out of the race because of that last caution. We're going to get back up here on our leaders with Illusion with a phenomenal run on the inside on Who's Easy. Rewar right there at the top, giving some bump draft to Who's Easy to try and hold on to that race lead here. As Illusion will sneak by on the inside. AMS Razor now coming into second place, into first by the looks of it, getting that inside line. Some love there. Uh-oh, we have somebody up in the wall. Hopefully it doesn't get Forza walled. It's Toaster Lord. As we're continuing our race here. Who's Easy, Rewar on the inside, followed by Blue Streak there on the inside as well. Have AMS Razor and Illusion, I believe, on the outside line, as the front of the field is starting to get packed up here with 88 laps down in Homestead. Who's Easy will again take a lap lead here as he continues to work that outside against Rewar, who has given him a pretty decent draft, has now decided to go ahead and lead the bottom line. Three wide behind him, looks like. VR Dwarf there on the top. Dwarf's still running in 6th. The pass for 7th, and another continued battle there. Who's Easy working that outside line. Here comes AMS Razor to make it 3 wide for the lead into turn number 3. Rewar dropping out of that to the back to go ahead and work with Who's Easy. AMS Razor there alone and unafraid on the bottom line by the looks of it, as everyone goes ahead and piles into that top line. Ooh, looks like Illusion might have had a run to make it 3 wide there on the exit, but decides against it. Dwarf up into the top 5 now. 91 laps. Ooh, Illusion getting a little... Oh no, as he spins, takes Rewar with him. Oh my goodness, Illusion almost, well, actually catching that inside quarter panel of, my goodness, I forgot who it was already. Rewar costing him a couple of positions. Illusion getting the worst of it. All the drivers, of course, managing to keep it off the wall and safe as we're continuing our green flag race here. 92 laps down. Who's easy? Your race winner here. VR Dwarf up into third place. AMS Razor in second, followed by NWR Xeno and Exotic Forza here, faking a move to the inside. Oh my goodness. Exotic Forza faking a move to the inside for the entry of turn 3, and then trying to get this inside line to work. Who is this coming up in a... Is that Blue Streak? No, it isn't. That's Chris 17 with a wild ride on the inside there as our top 7 is all single file coming into turn 3. Not leaving a whole lot of room for that inside line. It looks like Exotic Forza might be shuffled a couple places back. Chris making this inside work as much as he can, completely disregarding the side draft he would have gotten. And he will remain in 7th here. Continuing some single file action up here. Who's easy with a pretty intense lead on AMS Razor. Looks like Exotic Forza is going to make a move to the inside, and he has a Rewar in tow behind him. Rewar is going to shuffle to the outside to get some of that extra speed and some of that extra draft. Shuffle through the rest of the field here. See how Drewski and Toaster Lord are getting on a pretty intense battle for 8th. We're going to keep our attention fully focused on this freight train of cars here. All your entire top 5, and then 6th and 7th in the run as well. Everybody just running as calm as can be, except this gentleman here on the inside. I believe that is Xeno trying to get some work. Uh-oh, getting a little loose. Dwarf might be shuffled out of position, trying to take the inside. Trying to get something working here as we're starting to shuffle to our mid to late race strategies, as Dwarf will shuffle outside of the podium and shuffle back into line behind Rewar, still working that inside. Might have a pretty sizable run here depending on who is in his way, but it won't be large enough of a run. We're going to go ahead and check tire wear here as we are going to eclipse into lap 100. 35 laps to go, I believe. Still looking good on tire wear for the rest of the field. Razor shuffling to work that outside line with Rewar and Dwarf behind him, as we are now 99 laps down into round 2 of the IEC Cup Series. Exotic Forza now the leader. I'm sorry, I just missed that. Probably an inside pass there. You see everyone throwing it down to the inside into turn 3 and 4. Chris 17 there at the right side of your screen here. Really trying to get that inside line to work as much as possible. But now it looks like Who's Easy is going to get a lot of help here from AMS Razor and Rewar behind him, as this draft train is going to take over. We're going to watch this outside line start to get a lot of momentum built up. See Who's Easy running that outside line, followed by Exotic Forza on the inside. Reward thinking about that inside line, but deciding against it as Who's Easy will regain the lead. We'll see how these cars are shuffling around. This inside line's giving him a lot of help as Exotic Forza goes back into the lead. See VR Dwarf there shuffling back further into the top 5, seeing the good fortune that this inside has given Exotic Forza, tucking in behind AMS Razor and then going all the way back up to the outside. Let's see. Razor getting a little sideways there, manages to save it. As, let's see, that is Zeno and Razor there on the bottom. Now also trying to get some action. Razor might accidentally steal a lead lap from Exotic. He will not. Exotic will take another lead lap. As we continue with our green flag action here, the top 7 all over each other, followed by a battle for 8th between Toaster Lord, Blue Streak, and Drewski. We're going to take a look at how that is unfolding as well. Battle for 11th between Waterfur and Illusion. Illusion working that inside. Ooh, I need to take a breath. Just continuously yapping away at this battle. As this is a close racing we saw at Daytona, albeit they're not 3 wide all the way around the track. They're definitely holding 2 wide as much as they are able to. We're going to be due for a green flag pit stop here shortly, as I don't believe these cars can make it another 30 some odd laps on their tires now. Yes, we are due for a green flag pit stop at some point, as the sun looks like it's starting to set just a little bit here at Homestead. All the drivers low on gas, really wearing those tires down. 49% fuel from Who's Easy, so it looks like he's carrying a bit of extra weight around the track. Might save him a couple tenths in pit lane, of course, as Rewar and Chris decide to hop into pit lane. Starting to see everybody shuffle into the pits here. Is now everyone's deciding, well, is it now? Is it later? When am I gonna pit? What day is it? What do I want for dinner after the race? All questions that they are asking themselves right now as they exhale a little bit and then rejoin the track, as this pack of cars continues to battle it out. Now the top 5 after 6th and 7th, as you see there, rejoining the track, will go a lap down. However, they will regain those laps eventually, as these top 5 have to pit at some point. None of these cars able to make it to the end of the race on their current fuel and tire. As your top 3 continues to be Exotic Forza, Razor, and Who's Easy. Toaster Lord making a pass on Blue Streak here as they continue their battle for 7th. Nobody deciding to pit just yet. Nobody's pulling out of the groove, trying to underfuel the car as much as possible. Looks like Exotic Forza is still working that outside line. Everyone trying to get to the inside, trying to go single file. I think it's now or never for these cars, as Exotic Forza is still on the outside. I think nobody's deciding to pit just... Dwarf got a little bit of that Forza wall action. Unfortunately, will drop out of the top 5 draft. Believe we will see VR Dwarf go ahead and pit this time by, with now Who's Easy taking the race lead. AMS Razor looking to the inside. Zeno looking at the inside as well. And Razor and Who's Easy will pit. Exotic Forza and Dwarf will pit. Xeno, I think, got the short end of the stick there. Was unable to make that pit entry, as he will potentially pit next time by. Let's go ahead and check. Oh my god. Yeah, he's going to have to pit. We're going to see who's going to come out of the pits first. Who's Easy's rolling. Oh my god, everyone's rolling. Look at this. I think Who's Easy got in there first. Yes, he did. It's now everybody else is coming into pit. Xeno, Toaster Lord, Blue Streak, Drewski. So you're coming off this access road with only a handful of laps remaining. Waterford deciding not to pit. There's Xeno, Toaster Lord, Blue Streak, and Drewski, as I mentioned before, already battling Who's Easy and Razor here on screen, battling to see who is going to get these positions. And it looks like Razor is going to take 6th place, as now here we go, everybody's shuffling up. Oh, there's some action here in 12th. Blue Streak's a bit slow on the on that top lane. As now DMS Cherry and King Cameron will jump into the pits. These two will jump 2 more positions. Waterford staying out still. 47% on that front right, 44% fuel. He's gonna have to pit at some point, unless he's gonna run that car wide open all the way through. Boss Racer, 58%. He's gonna have to pit as well. So it's Razor, Who's Easy. Where's Exotic Forza? These cars are a bit far behind Razor and Who's Easy. Let me do some quick math here for you, ladies and gentlemen, to see how many laps we have left. Checkered flag is at lap 134 as of right now. We are on lap 116, so we are under 20 laps to go here. Round 2 at Homestead International Speedway of round 2. For the IEC Championship. Why can I not rewind the stream? What is going on? Stream summary. Back to Twitch. I've just completely ruined my other monitor. Come on. Go back to my channel. Please. There we go. Alright, we're back. Alrighty, so Waterford still out on track. It has unfortunately cost them quite a bit of track position here. As you see, Waterford has a pretty sizable lead, followed by the rest of the field here, and that is going to disappear pretty quickly. So we're going to focus on this battle for 5th between Rewar, Exotic Forza, who is putting a block on him. My goodness, Rewar. Dwarf riding in 7th right now. Looks like Dwarf is going to make that inside lane work to his favor yet again. We saw that from Orion 7880 before he was unfortunately collected in a pretty tragic pit exit. Waterford is still leading the race here. A ballsy strategy here. 55% wear. 35% fuel. He might make it to the end here. So we have 14 laps to go now. But I don't know. We'll see if it's gonna pay off for him. This is a ballsy move from Waterford, as it looks like Who's Easy and Razor are gonna go ahead and pair up to get that 18-second lead down to a favorable and manageable a manageable gap here. Now Waterford goes into the pits. I don't think he has the track position to get back out into the lead. Drewski also going into the pits. Super late pit stops for the majority of these drivers. We're going to see how this plays out. Where's Waterford? Waterford's still in the pits. He's not even rolling yet. He's got a lot of track to make up, as now your race leader will be Razor, followed closely by Who's Easy. A considerable gap to Exotic Forza, Rewar, and Dwarf, who are trying to get something going. We have 12 laps to go right now. AMS Razor, your race leader, followed by Who's Easy. Who's Easy coming hot off of a Daytona win last week. We're going to see if he can get something going to get a back-to-back victory here. We're also going to take, let's just go ahead and turn on this time or intervals tracker here, as Rewar 29 seconds behind. I don't think that is accurate, as yeah, my intervals are broken. Let's go back to time. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Still broken. Okay, nice. So we see these third, fourth, and fifth place drivers hooked up as well, trying to reel back in the race leaders. It is coming down to the wire, as it did at Daytona. Let me know in the chat who you have to win this, either AMS, Razor, or Who's Easy. Who's Easy's in a perfect position to get a dive down to the inside and turn this into a drag race for the win. Still all over the back bumper of AMS Razor, as Exotic Forza is almost 4 seconds behind him. So they're trying everything they can to get back into race contention, of course. As it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it, just looking at the pace that these drivers have here. Oh, Razor kind of blocking the inside. Who's Easy looking to the outside. Absolutely glued to his back bumper, opening up another 1/10 of a second to the pack of 3 cars behind them, who theoretically should... Are they flat out? I don't know. Let's see if they are. Let's pull up the telemetry here. No, they are lifting just a little bit. My goodness. This is absolutely insane. Almost 4 laps to go here. Razor continuing. Oh, I thought I saw a move in the back. These 3 still trying to get something going. Exotic Forza trying to get a move on Rewar, but they need to be worried about trying to get these trying to reel these drivers in, but it doesn't look like they're going to. They've already opened up another second on them because they continue to battle. All right, Who's Easy trying to size them up, trying to give AMS Razor a bit of space to get around Boss Racer Pro here as they continue to run down these laps. We are 3 to go. Oh my goodness, Razor getting into the back of Boss Racer Pro here. Who's Easy's gonna have an insane run here. I think this is calculated. We're gonna see as the race comes down to the wire. So we now have 2 laps to go. I believe white flag is this next. Sorry, no. We have 10 laps to go, not 2 laps to go. I am sorry. I'm overhyping the viewers as per usual. We have white flag at 142, and the race will end at 143, not the 30. So I apologize, everybody, as they continue just to run down these laps. These cars continue to battle it out. They should be running single file to get back into contention here. I don't think they have the pace to do it, as Razor and Who's Easy, 2 of the fastest drivers here. I still need to click down my gain a little bit, as I'm starting to clip just a little bit. Somebody's rolling super slow down the that is Boss Racer Pro in the pit lane. There's a cone on the track in turn 2. 4.8 seconds is the gap between second and third place. Boss Racer Pro jumping back into the race here. As we see, we're gonna keep an eye on our race leaders here as they continue to run these laps down. I'm going to take a quick voice break to go ahead and cover the rest of this race. Dwarf still in the top 5, followed by following Rewar and Exotic Forza here. We're going to see how this plays out. Less than 10 laps to go now, as I have wow. So we're going to see how things play out here as they continue to run these laps out like absolute madmen. All bets are going to turn off when the white flag flies, and we are going to see who is going to take the victory here. Who's Easy in a perfect spot in comparison to AMS Razor, who is currently 14th in points. Of course, Who's Easy did get a stage victory. I'm sorry, AMS Razor with a stage victory. So they're making their way around some lap traffic here. Who's Easy trying to get some more of that side draft from DMS Cherry before he leaves him in the dust. No moves made just yet. You see, VR Dwarf has made a move. Rewar, unfortunately, losing some time to Dwarf and Exotic Forza. I must have missed whatever happened there. But Dwarf also in a fantastic points position, sitting 10th currently. Will gain a tremendous amount of points and actually overtake some of these other drivers here. Specifically King Cameron. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that after the race, of course. Let's get back on board. 4 laps to go here. Looks like DMS Cherry has hilariously joined the fight here. Hopefully he doesn't upset Who's Easy on his run to overtake AMS Razor. It is coming down to the wire. No moves made just yet. We are 2 laps to the white flag here. Still no moves. I would imagine DMS Cherry's gonna back out of this battle just a little bit. He's not making a move, of course, as that would upset the battle for the lead. Who's Easy taking a little bit of a higher line here. And we're going to watch a last lap battle for the lead here. CMS, sorry, that's Who's Easy looking to the outside, getting pinched off by AMS Razor. 2 laps to go here. Round 2 of Homestead in the IEC Cup Series. Your top 5 is Razor, Who's Easy, Exotic Forza, and there goes Who's Easy to the inside. The battle begins. Might have upset Razor's line just a little bit, as Who's Easy will have a run to the outside. White flag this time by, as these two are going to battle it out for the last lap and for the win of the race. Who's Easy has the outside. Oh man, we're gonna have to get an onboard. We're gonna have to get an onboard of this. DMS Cherry with the draft on Razor. It's gonna come down to the line. Will he be able to get it done? They are neck and neck on the exit of turn 4. Who's gonna get it? It's too close to call, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap. And I think Who's Easy might have got it. We're gonna have to go back to a replay on stream. We're gonna pull this clip. I don't know who won now. Was it Who's Easy? We're gonna pull this up on stream, of course, and see who won it. Who's Easy might have had it by a nose. We're gonna get this over here and we're gonna watch it in slow motion. Let me save this clip. It was too close to call between these two. We're gonna save this and look at it on stream unless somebody concedes it in chat. Saving the clip now. These two are gonna have to wait. I don't want to be the guy to call it, but I think I'm gonna be the one. We're gonna go in. Who's Easy is coming back around. We're gonna pull this up and watch it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. No, pause it, thank you. Let's go to intermission. We don't know who won it. We're about to find out though, ladies and gentlemen. That was way too close to call. And of course this is, oh my god. I don't have the ability, you know what? I'm gonna add another source to this. I'm gonna screw everything up. Video capture. Add source. No, cancel. Add source. Window capture, sure. Name, okay. We're gonna add media player here. Oh my god, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna drag this over here, so we have no idea who won this. We're gonna get this up as close as we can and try and stop motion this. Speed 0.25. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this. We're going literally frame by frame. Here we go. This is Who's Easy and Razor. Who won it? Ladies and gentlemen, nobody. Oh my god, this is too close to call. Oh wait, I think I backed. Oh, it's too far back. Okay, there's the start finish. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Easy got it. Easy got the back-to-back? Oh my good. Like, look at how close this is, ladies and gentlemen. They were literally neck and neck. And it doesn't help that this is pixelated all to... I'm gonna go ahead and burn my one, but... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to put this into, Are we... Is it confirmed that Easy got it? Because it looks like he did. They're literally neck and neck here. Dude, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea who got it. I'm gonna have to put this in a Premiere and slow it down. Let me do that. D-Rice, finish for win. Finish for win is under review. Yeah, we're looking at it too. We don't know who got it. I'm putting this in Adobe Premiere, and we're gonna take a look. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. Let me load this up. Window capture. I'm going to change this to Adobe Premiere as soon as I get this loaded in. Adobe Premiere open. Because that's the only way I can go. Yeah, it's so close to call. Premiere's opening. Premiere has crashed. Something has happened. Yeah, it might be a tie. Premiere is loading and not responding, of course, has freaked out my entire computer. Okay, here we go. Premiere's open. I'm going to drag this in. We're going to load this clip in and we're going to take a look. Literally, that's Premiere. New project. Untitled. Create. We have no idea who won this. Let's drag this in. Sorry, I'm doing all of this impromptu. Yeah, move to desktop. Desktop. This. Load this in. What the heck is going on here? Import. All right. I'm gonna mute. I'm actually not gonna grab the audio from this, but let's change this to. That's Xbox. Window capture. I don't know who's won it. I need to watch this. Looks like. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Who won that? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Razer has won it. Holy crap. Let me go ahead and include my desktop audio. We have who's. Okay. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have Razer, Who's Easy, and Exotic Forza in here for the interviews. Looks like we have everybody in here now. I want to save the discussion of the what is going on with my desktop audio? Oh, because the game capture's on as well. Let me back out of this real quick. Okay. Wow. So let's hear from Exotic Forza first. Let me go ahead and make sure that everything on my screen is. Oh my goodness, I'm dragging something around. Okay, that's been unlocked. That's strange. Okay, so Exotic Forza. What a run. Walk us through that. Walk us through your race strategy and how the race went for you.
I think it went pretty good for second race doing the IEC. I know some people were running the bottom decently, but for me, I found the high line was a lot better for me for passing.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. There was a lot of shuffling, of course, with the inside line getting a pretty insane run, and then the high line getting a run out of turn 3 and 4. But yeah, that was that was a close close race as well. You're trying to reel in Razor and Who's Easy, but it seemed like your fellow competitors that are on track couldn't quite get the pace back to get you guys into contention to go ahead and battle for the lead. Walk us through that battle as well. That looks like quite a bit of fun you were having back there.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. No, we was trying to, I guess, trying to catch up to him, but we just didn't have enough for it.
Alrighty, well, thank you for stopping in and a fantastic finish. Congratulations on third place there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, now let's get on with Who's Easy. Literally inches away from getting the back-to-back going. We're gonna talk a lot about that last lap push that you did. So walk us through what was going on that whole last stint, from the time that you left the pit lane and to the checkered. Walk us through what's going on.
Well, me and Razor are known to work together at Homestead, Miami. So once we were together there, I decided to stay behind him, and I was trying to save tire the whole time. That's why I wasn't trying to pass him. I was just lifting a little bit on entry, so I'm not really scrubbing the right front tire, trying to get a little bit more tire than he does when it comes to the final stint there.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for, the EVR, or not EVR, DMS Cherry there, I feel like we probably would have had a better run off the top. But with the car on the inside pushing Razor there, was helping get a little bit more of a run out of the corner. Usually the outside line is the line to beat here. Obviously, as Exotic was just saying, it was, the passing lane, but we did everything we could. We tried medium tires in stage 2, and that was horrendous. We did battle back and get a third place finish, but man, we fell like a rock. So
Yeah.
top tires were definitely the way to go this whole race, even though tire wear was absolutely brutal. But overall, good finish. Would have been nice. We would have went 3 in a row, as we did win the Clash, then the 500, but it wasn't meant to be. But congratulations to Razor on that. That was a very fun race there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic second place position. I was also watching, and I'm surprised Cherry didn't just back out and let you guys, run it off.
I was hoping he would.
Yeah. But, it is what it is. Things happen, and it was literally inches. Like the clip that I took, I was literally going frame by frame in Adobe Premiere, and I couldn't even tell. That's how close it was. But yeah, fantastic second place win, or second place. Yeah, sorry, my brain isn't working right now.
You're fine. Thanks, though. It was a fun race.
Alrighty, let's get on with our race winner, AMS Razor. Congratulations on that photo finish between you and Who's Easy. Walk us through your whole race strategy, because I believe you started near the front. But yeah, walk us through that whole race.
Yeah, I honestly, this race was about keeping track position. I felt like if we lost enough track position and fell back far enough, we would have been kind of stuck in the hornet's nest and wouldn't have any shot. But I wasn't gonna waste any time on any of the restarts. I was gonna go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we even saw a difference in I would say composure between the front half of the grid and the second half, where of course this is a 142 lap race. You don't want to be gunning for position and racing like it's the last lap all the time. We kind of saw the front half of the grid kind of accept where they were going to be and just kind of run with it and just, accept where they're going to be, run the laps down, and just get it done. Where everyone else was fighting for position to get into that, get into a place where they can relax. But yeah, walk us through that last lap and the push you were getting from Sherry there at the end.
I'm not really sure if it did much, but I mean it was so close, like I didn't even know who won it. Like we both had to like take our clip perspectives and post them in our staff chat and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And mine was clear as day that I was ahead, just barely.
Gotcha.
Like it's definitely I would say the closest photo finish I've ever been a part of.
Oh, absolutely. That has to be the closest finish that I have ever seen in this race. Or in the game, I should say. That was right down to it. But yeah, congratulations on the win. We are going to... Sorry, as I'm clicking all the way through this. We're going through to... Come on. Indianapolis. Next week. So,
the road course, I believe.
yeah, the Grand Prix. Yeah, it is a road course. So that'll,
Yep.
that'll, potentially change up some things. I think a lot of the, think a lot of the drivers...
will.
think a lot of the drivers here are more road course guys anyway, so yeah,
we got a few road races over here, and it's our first race on the 750 package.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so we have a different horsepower package for next week.
Yeah, so that's the 750 package is without the restrictor plate, so it's just running all the way out.
So what we did was we took the restrictor plates off completely, then we put a 15% power handicap on to get as close as to 750 as possible.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the extra horsepower is going to work next week. I think it'll put on some good racing.
Yeah.
We got a pretty solid road course tune.
Yeah, especially with that 15% power handicap as well, it's going to it's going to level out that power band quite a bit, so we'll see some pretty insane drive off the corner and even into the corner entry. But yeah, thanks for coming on for the interview. Congratulations on the win, and go ahead and wrap up this stream real quick.
Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that was a phenomenal run by everybody involved. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, EVR Def, for the follow during the stream. I've been your host, Dr. Ice, and we'll see you next week at the IEC Indianapolis Grand Prix. So I'm going to go ahead and end this off now. You guys have a good one.